probably what SCARZ have. But overall, gonna look at DZ and Skyscraper. They did play it once during the qualifiers. They won it. It was an OT victory, but win's a win in their books. It's horrendous to defend against, and DZ, they have to try and defend it without having any Azami, and we've just executed it from SCARZ. They tried to go for it, but it just has not worked. DZ have said, we'll be having none of that today, SCARZ. What on earth? A 3-2-1, which has fallen flat on its face. The round done within a minute. And DZ are sitting there thinking...
5 HP, what can you do with 5 HP?
May as well be dead. He's very lucky Legion's banned, that's all I'll say.
Maybe Legion's banned for this very purpose. Blitz bursts on through. Still manages to do a little bit of damage. The C4 comes out. It's too little too late. We're sure he's found one and left it into a 1 versus 3 here. NJR gonna have to try and clutch up for his team. You say it's a useless blitz, but he's actually got the job done there. Finkerstim just gets him back up to around 25, and somehow he's remained alive. NJR hits a cracking shot, but there is still a blitz to deal with. Gonna be a tough one here. All he needs to do is land a couple of bullets there. He just got a glimpse of the feet, but can't land the shot. Needs to be cautious. We've got the Lion outside of the breach as well with that DMR. Doesn't really know which way to turn right now. Doesn't want to take this 1v1 with the blitz. Needs to create a little bit of space. Instead, might try and run out here for the Lion and could be successful, but no. Doesn't have a clue. Doesn't know if he's close or far.
In the site, maybe attempt opening the wall again? Or do we go for the hunt? Do we actually try and challenge these roamers upstairs? And it looks as though they're going to go for the roamer clear out, as already Wreck is eliminated. Panda, but Canadian just swings into long. The blitz hadn't a clue. Caught a glimpse of Wreck through the smoke. Lines up perfectly, and he keeps going. Canadian, a third of the round. My oh my. The old dog, he has some new tricks, Ollie.
He's rolling back the years right now, isn't he? And it looks like he's not done. He's just ratting it out at the moment behind the bar, underneath those main stairs. Drone will go by him here. I think the drone does spot the laser. No, please say it's not a missed drone. Oh,
it's a missed
dear,
drone.
it's a missed drone. Canadian, he's on for 4 here, surely. Gonna find one onto Bolo for the time being. Canadian is a little bit vulnerable here. That stun has given him away, though. SCARZ.
Wow.
Gonna come away with the win. That all happened very quickly.
I'm sure to delay each other's gadgetry for the meantime. So wasted utility on both sides, and that beeper's gonna go off. Wreck was thinking I was pushing and kill the player on the stairs, but the beeper alerts the position, blitzes inside a Geisha, jumped in through the wall, was able to take down the warden, but a C4 from below. Canadian is there to get the job done. Fishlike by himself has jumped in towards Terrace, and another kill swings in favor of SCARZ. Very similar to last round, Ollie, where DZ have the lead, but then very quickly SCARZ get themselves into a good position.
SCARZ looking fantastic, aren't they? The Candela going to push the player off those main stairs, and the drones confirm that they've gone back down. Time to really consolidate here. 1 minute 20 on the clock. Nath maybe looking at making something happen. The diffuser is going to be called. Nath wins the engagement, and the Capcan does the rest. Oh, beautiful stuff there. Ultimate factor right now.
It's the make or break. This is where it comes down to. Whoever walks out of Dragon alive will probably be the team to win it out, and that's a great pick for Bolo. And a C4 from NJR, the second. The jump in not successful. Nina by himself up against 4. Ball's reinforced now as well. He has to jump in through a window, it appears to be. 30 seconds left. A bit of time, but you know, we need a... Honestly, you compare with 10 minutes, Ollie. 20 minutes. Still don't see him getting the win. All DZ need to do is sit in their hands, wait for him to make a move. Single breach is being watched, the window's being watched. He's now going to take a different approach, rappel down, and
15 seconds to go.
save the KD. Have a bit of time to talk about what's just happened.
10 seconds left.
Bad choice. And an unwinnable round, we knew that.
5 seconds remaining.
And the round peters out into nothingness. A bit of an impromptu tactical timeout. Sometimes that's where you see a bit of an Oryx come in as well.
Attackers recovered the bomb diffuser.
Equal spoils though. Canadian, he's been struggling on the opening kill. That's 2 rounds in a row he's fallen, but NJR's going to get it back this time. take down the Hibana. Certainly no shortage of hard breach here for SCARZ. They've brought everything. 3 main hard breaches. No need for secondary in that case. Tayu going to take Bolo down. DZ just seems to be falling a little bit one by one right now. Oh dear. 8 HP for the Twitch there after that unfortunate crossover. Nade isn't going to do too much damage to Nath. Holding the angle's a bit more important at that point. He needs to make sure that no one's allowed to cross. C4 prepped and ready. Wonder if there's info for that. Someone maybe on the house stair camera. We've got Bolo and Canadian both on that cam, so they're going to try and call out for that C4, and if that's able to net a kill, it will ease the pressure somewhat.
Amber!
Hello! He's right next to you! Amber!
Almost.
That's the second time we've seen a Nook just sneak into nowhere. C4 was a little bit early there. If he'd have waited for the beep, he might have found one, but Tayo, the early C4 is going to do him a favor, and he's allowed to push in and pick up a kill. 20 seconds still. It's not a lot of time to execute this demo.
But do they have the info? They need to find where the remaining 2 defenders are. They're in very good positions and try and hold the jump in. Goggles on in case a flashbang comes in. They have to try and get the diffuser down. Thermite has it in the hands. Oh, but NGR
5 seconds left.
misses out on his engagement that he should have won. Diffuser is planting. Pamba 1 has to find 2 more though. Diffuser goes down. Oh, he gives himself up, but no, Pamba misses the last man. Almost had an incredible clutch.
And that's a bit of a problem, especially when you've lost the opener. Gonna see some smoke coming out there now. A beautiful C4. Unlucky Pamba. Just saw it at the wrong moment. Canadian gonna find 1. Bliss. Gonna have to get a bit of value out of that. He gets softened up and finished though. A crossfire there as Rex able to take him down. NJR, he's able to pick quick reload here and just to drop into prone. He knows that the player's there. Rex hitting some nasty shots today as Nath is the next to fall. It all lands on the shoulders of NJR. He's on the glass, he's in the smoke. He's not going to get the full benefit of his ability, but he picks the first, tries to wallbang the second, and Fish is there to collect. SCARZ, they're going to take the lead for the first time on Sky. Second round in a row, we've not seen Bolo on the attack. It was Canadian for 2 rounds in a row on the defense, and it's been Bolo the last 2 rounds on the attack. Pamba going to punish Fish like for some missed shots there. Get the trade back.
Great. Some form of space, but if they have the same issues as what they did the last time, where Blitz is moving in, making a lot of room for his teammates, but nobody's following up, then yeah, that's going to be a bit of an issue. We'll rotate the Thermite, open up that single breach. It gives them access in behind the minibar. That C4 still going to be on the framework of the door. I don't think it's going to have much of an impact, as Canadian could just walk in via the breach that has been made. But we need kills, DZ. This is where they're struggling, Ollie. Just don't get the kills in this mid-round where they open things up for them.
We're going to have to start finding something quickly, aren't they? NJR going to take Reg down, picking up a second as well. That is the burst of aggression that they needed. Tayo and Washoy trying to make something happen now. You've still got the Blitz. You've still got Canadian. You've got 20 seconds. The smoke is going to get sent out there. The ice is going to cool him down just a little bit and stop him from progressing, but the C4 comes out. Is it going to connect? Tayu picks up 1. Full white flash from Canadian. He gets up close and personal, and he finds 2. That's how you play.
He snuck his way in, Ollie. But can he find a freebie from it? Never mind, a mirror window looking right towards him, Ollie. That mirror window, that's one I haven't personally seen before in Skyscraper, but that's actually a great job just to stop somebody pushing in through drum.
It's a great position you can hold there. A lot of it hinges on keeping control of Geisha window. You get somebody on that, it's going to be a little bit easier. Washoy, hello? How's Canadian just been allowed to de-shield like that? Please tell me Canadian knows there's a player immediately to his right. He's got no idea. Where's the information? Nina gifted a freebie there, and any advantage that DZ had just disappears. Nath goes for the refrag, and he's dealt with as well. What was Pamba watching through all that, by the way? He had the line of sight to try and stop all that from happening. Tayu going to collect the last 2. Pamba just drops into his lap.
Tea Room, the most played bomb site that we see. Blitz. Canadian is stuck to it like
Bomb located by attackers.
a rat in a trap. Ambazoo opens up with the opening pick, something that DZ had been struggling with in that department. if they can do anything with that.
Nina and Pamba going to get themselves onto the scoreboard there, and DarkZero have come away from that opening exchange 1 up. Now, how many times have we seen this? Canadian just waiting outside, waiting for something to happen. Only 2 drones left alive here for DarkZero, so I doubt that he's waiting for drone information. There it is. NJR going to come in and see if he can glean any info. If Canadian's looking to try and make a hop in, you're going to need a little bit more than just a hunch as to where these players are. They get a glimpse of a guy on long. They're not going to be able to deal with this geisha wall and get it open. C4 comes out. It is going to fall a little bit short. Canadian gets quite lucky there, but he does back away at the right time. Now he can aggress. Now he can try and hop in and see if he can make something happen. Tayu got a great line of sight here as well through from Karaoke, and that player on main stairs is the player that's stopping everything from happening right now. But Nina is going to be dealt with. A great bash there from Canadian to take down Tayu, and Bolo is going to pick up the final kill with the gun.
Oh, Nina was thinking, oh, I could just creep back.
Fishing with Shoy just jiggling around. Time is going to be ticking. 45 seconds left. Mirror window can be disabled, and you can start to take a little bit more ground. But what an engagement for Canadian to win there. That could be round defining. That's the opening pick with 30 seconds left. Still a lot of bodies to get through here. Canadian aggresses up to the mirror window. This is how you've got to play the blitz. You've got to put the pressure and the pain on your opponent. And so far, he's doing that. Bolo, he's going to find Nina. Oh, they're falling like flies right now. Nate's getting involved as well. Tayu, he's going to grab one back, but it's not enough. He's the last player standing. Flash is coming through. The plant's starting to go down. He's full white. He knows there's a player on lower house stairs, and he's not even going to get past the first engagement. NJR there, just tucked in, is able.
Little bits of information slowly being gathered by DZ.
This is what we wanted to see. So we've had a drone onto the Warden, knowing that the Warden is going to be on a soft surface. Pamba straight away on the track on that Warden. The Warden now forced off. Fairly straightforward, but not a kill gained. Still, Nina is going to fall. Warden is going to be less than half HP, so there is good opportunity here. Is there a Claymore outside? You'd better hope so if you're DZ. Otherwise, that could be a bit of a problem. There it is. Fishlight going to fall to the Claymore. You've got to expect that to be Claymored. Oh, NJR just getting a little bit unlucky there, but eventually we'll get the kill onto Washoy, and the plant starts to go down. This is where it all starts to fall apart. A nice little Ossa shield plant there. The kill comes in for Tayu. But Canadian, he can guard this with his life. Wreck zoned out by the bees on the castle. Still got 2 castle barricades in pocket, by the way. That is a bit of a question mark. Player on the upside down rappel. Couple of players stacked to the top of black. They are going to line up for him quite nicely. Player on upside down rappel, though, should guarantee this round, and Nath does. DZ going to take Skyscraper.
DZ, another great attack. Those final few rounds, they really came alive. I was just walk into sight. You can put the shield on your back and try and plant default, or you can use the Monty as a deployable form of cover to plant behind them for a long angle on the basement plant. Upstairs, you just walk up spiral. Nobody's going to
sent out. There might not be much Canadian can do to react to it, and there it goes. Does manage to get himself out of the way, but only just.
Amber done a great job at getting the kill onto that Cade. And this is what I love to see. What game was it where we seen the bank with BDS Cruelty? We cast it. Nobody was taking Garage in that map, and that was where attackers were really struggling with winning the basement defenses. Garage is a crucial part. They've sent an Ossa in, which is even probably one of the best operators you can do to send into Garage. You set up shields, you cut off those crosses, and you just make life a nightmare for the defenders in the middle of sight. And look at that from DZ. Picturesque round, how they've been able to work their way through that basement.
Move now onto site. Fishlight going to take out the Claymore and a freebie onto NJR. NJR having to drone for himself there. That's this attack pretty much dead
in the feet. 30 seconds, and like you mentioned, Ollie, the attack is just slowly but surely dying on DZ, and it's well and truly dead as they've lost Canadian. The plant is never going to be an objective right now for DZ. It's just trying to get kills, stay alive. But now 2 players have rotated into Archives and Tellers. He's thinking there's somebody flanking him, but there's no one there. He's here in spirit, talking to him. Fish like, now he finally moves in, but... I mean, Nate, you've held the angle, sure. But look at the time. No time left whatsoever. DZ, a disaster round for them.
It's a shame as well because it comes realistically a little bit close at the end.
The presence.
Okay. What does it involve?
To be fair, whenever I think about you, I think if you were a principal, you'd be like the in-betweeners, Greg Davis.
Why do you call me a
You'd
principal though? Because that's like... It's not a term that we use very much in the UK.
Yeah, it is. Principal of school.
It's the headmaster.
No, you're saying that. That's an oldie. That's an old man saying. Just say headmaster. There's Rex out the window, and then the Claymore gets him. Again, no surprises. We talk about the window game on Bank. This is still looking good for DZ. I mean, they're meticulous all in terms of how they scope out what they want, and then they just go for it.
Doing a really good job on that information game this time. We didn't see a great show of the info game over on Sky, but they've done much better here on Bank. Should be allowed to get in now, and Canadian with that Ossa should be able to Ossa shield his way through. It's going to be the mirror window, but he's pretty confident that no one's going to be there. Turn his back to the Ossa shield here and get that plant down.
Fish.
C4 below, it's going to hit there. There it goes. Where's the cover? The immediate trade is there, but is it going to be enough? The diffuser's cold in the site. Nath fortunately gets one onto Nina, and it all comes down to Tayu. 10 seconds left. He knows where the kit is. He has to go for it, but Nath destroys him on the long angle. Not going to connect for the time being, but look at Canadian's positioning. How has he got all the way down here? Nath, he's going to find one onto Nina, and immediately Canadian's going to switch up. Got to kill. Flank drone set up as well for the inevitable. As soon as someone's sent to the cameras, they can get on those drones and start to provide that information. Washoy, he's going to find one onto Nath. That could be crucial. Got another Goyo being popped. That's going to burn out 25 seconds, which is not going to leave us with loads of time. Canadian, he's going to drop himself into server. He's going to have to try and recover that diffuser, get the shield on his back, and look to see if he can try and get that plant down. The C4, this needs to either miss or be shot out mid-air for DZ to be successful. Pamba greeted by 2 castle barricades. The C4 is going to go. The barbed wire wasn't seen there by Pamba, and that's given the game away. His backstab now is pretty much useless. 20 seconds. There's still time here for DZ to stabilize. But as you say, with the smoke in pocket, that's going to burn 15 seconds. The default camera that Nina's going to be sat on. He's going to be able to call the ball here perfectly. Wreck, he grabs himself one, looking for the drop, but the player's already in there. They're going deep. The plant was attempted, but it's been come off. Tayu going to find one. Downed in process for Wreck, but he's done more in utility than the hold that they did in round number 3 or 4. But the one in round number 4 is the one that they win. Fish like straight out of the window. We love that from him. Look at him go. He snagged himself 3. He's still going to get away with this. Doesn't matter what you do now, Fish. You could stay out here for the whole round. You've won it for your team. Brilliant aggression. A little bit of team play as well. We had Tayu. He was on the Yokai drone. He had the Yokai drone hopped up onto a high little windowsill to give him the angle. Pamba taking this one very gingerly. We'll finish him off, but damage.
But still doesn't look great for DZ. 2v4. No walls being opened up. These long angles being held by SCARZ will come into effect. And Wreck shuts out Pambazoo. SCARZ, bit of momentum now on their side. They are
chair getting in his way there, but he's got a good idea as to where he is. Nina eventually comes to the rescue, drops the hatch and finishes him off. SCARZ stabilized, but only for a second. Yeah, SCARZ have been able to stabilize there. They can drop players in. They can try and get something happening. Great positioning from Washoy. It's the same situation again. It's the same player, for goodness sake.
Attackers recovered the bomb diffuser.
Oh no, Fish. Not like this. It was deja vu all over again. He was going to shoot the Claymore and go and murk NJR at the top of the stairs. This time, NJR gets the heads up on him, but it might not even matter. We're sure he's still in the hot seat here. Don't forget, SCARZ, they're only down by 1 man right now. There's 50 seconds left. There's a good chance here. If Washoy plays his life correctly, and if Nina can keep control here of the site and just play on the fringe, this player drops, it's going to be game over. There's still a couple of active FNATs as well. Could be a double drop here from Nathan Bolo. Where's the information? 3 drones left for DZ. Canadian, he's flicking a couple of drones. There is one on the first floor elevators. They do know that Nina is going to be here, but it's not going to matter. Full white flashed and still gets the kill. Nath, you've got to drop a bit quicker than that. He's now separated this into 1 versus 1s with Shoy. He locks off the kill. Nath, it's all down to you now, and you don't have the upper hand. You're trying to get the plant down. There's no time to come off the diffuser. He comes off and kills him by the skin of his teeth. Nath clutches it out. 1 versus 1, as close as you like.
I think the way the meta has shifted, where teams are always going to bring something to disable the expected Goyo canisters. And in this instance, Rek, you know, just locks in the Twitch, but there's no Goyo. It's going to be the Geekay who you can't disable. That's the one thing. If you don't counterplay to the Geekay, you just have to try and firm it. And oh, they're going to try and run through the fire. And they're now going to plant in behind the bomb. Rek has eliminated Bolo. NGR with a kill. The C4 does not get shot out of midair. That means the diffuser's going to be called 7 seconds. It's an onslaught of kills back and forth, but DZ have the upper edge in this situation. Nath for the big old LMG. Locks out Fishlight. And DZ win it off of utility and time. Able to go and get rid of that shield, but not the case. So as long as that's up, still going to be an issue for SCARZ to take control of that long corridor. We see a Nook on the prowl. Looking to walk up the spiral. Is there anything to stop him? Is there a Banshee? There should be, but it doesn't matter. Rek gets the better Canadian. Pushes straight in. There's somebody dancing on the table, but he's not focusing him. Instead, he takes down Pamba, who's inside of Janitor. Revive also comes in. This is difficult for DZ now to see how they get out of this alive as they're falling left, right, and center. MJR back up against the wall and an onslaught of bullets. All about Rek. That round Ollie. He makes the play in the backs and just shooting them off, Ollie.
Well, it's going to slow things down somewhat. Fishlight is going to be on blue, though. DZ are so keen on holding this Canadian inside of Archives. Is going to see a bit of success. It's bittersweet that it's onto a Shoy as well, because he was the Archives player for SCARZ. Clash doing the best, but full white flash and with a Blitz in tow. It's never going to be too straightforward. He needs the support, and he needs it now. It comes in the form of Pamba, Nath, and Canadian all contributing pretty much at the same time. And it's left a lot for Nina to do. A minute to do it in. He knows the Canadian's in there, inside of Archives, and he'll just about manage to scrape the knee. But he's got a Clash to contend with here. Never good being in a 1vx, and especially when one of those is as oppressive as a Clash can be. He's got a chance if he breaks the first 2 engagements down, but as soon as shots are fired, the Clash is going to turn all of their attention toward that direction. Nina, the best he can hope for now is to catch someone off guard, but the barbed wire is going to give him away. Hits the Finker Stim. Clash on one side, 2 players on another. This is the definition of a rock and a hard place. Everything going to do much damage to chip him down. He finds one. It's looking a little bit messy right now. Eventually gets finished off into a DBNO state, but no Stim active to get him back up. And then
Serving can just sit there and look at you, smile at you, feed information to those long angles that the players in sight can hold. This is going to be really difficult for SCARZ. Just going to try and charge him down. The Clash. Do they have enough? No, not going to be the case. They've actually smoked off the angles. So the idea for DZ was let the Clash sit in there, feed out the information. They try and charge you down. We can pick them off with long angles. They smoke the angles, and Clash is thinking, guys, where are you? But they can't see you, Clash. They cannot help you.
A brilliant way to neutralize the Clash there. Bolo is going to fight back, though. Picks one up onto Fishlight. Now there's no information to try and deny this one, but they don't need it. Nath there, the bulletproof. It's got a couple of punch holes in it. They're going to be able to see. Nath also able to throw the Zoto canister. Just slow things down inside a server. 15 seconds left. The diffuser is going to be in the hands of Nina. He's trying to crawl his way through army style. A hatch drop comes out, but it's not going to be enough. A 1-for-1 trade and pressure from Garage from NJR is going to be enough. Nina, you've got the kit, but you can't do anything with it. DZ, match and series point.
Great little bit of tech as well there from Nate. Use it topic certainly, but don't disrespect him. How dare you?
Oh, let him ride.
If it wasn't for him, we're at NAB.
Exactly.
That's the basis of it. Well, Waldo is gone. He has to have a watch on the cameras now. SCARZ on the good job at establishing their top floor control and also getting that kill, of course. There's still a lot of work to be done, primarily in the vertical work, which they will do with ease, of course, using the ram, opening up all the angles. Again, always bear in mind this is a bomb site, where we usually don't see it played, and mostly because you can't really play in the actual site. Everything can be opened up from above, so teams will then try and hold open area, tooth and nail, and use everything that they have. However, NJR almost trying to prove me wrong. He's playing in the site, but I am proven right, of course, as he does get eliminated. Nowhere to hide from those players above. I wonder if we're going to see a bit of a retake here, and we will see that from Nath now, as the diffuser is being planted by Blitz, but I think a little bit too late here for Nath to try and make an impact. Diffuser goes down, also gets eliminated. A 1v5 for Pambazoo to try and clutch up against, but they should be ready for him, and they will. SCARZ, stay alive. Round 12, Ollie. Here we go.
Much better take there from SCARZ. We're going for a quick play here, though. This is all going down. Tayo straight through. And look at the cover here. People are just firing LMGs. They're covering the sound. Bolo is going to find a headshot. But this plant's going down regardless. It's come at great cost, though. SCARZ, they threw the kitchen sink at this one to try and get it done. And Washoy is the sole survivor out there on the rappel. Needs to try and keep hold in this post. 30 seconds and all 5 members for DZ are alive. There's live information on the players inside of open area as well, and no one yet is getting onto that disable. Bolo eventually will be the first one to go. Bit of a distraction from Bambazoo, but NJR shuts it down. A quick attempt there from SCARZ, but that's all it was ever going to be. DarkZero here, dominant on Bank. They are going to take the series 2-0.
Oh.